Yo, hit that button and subscribe. This is discussing when I went to prison for that bitch Desiree Washington, who was a skullduggerous liar. So I was just preparing myself after the trial and everything because I had like the worst lawyer from Don King and everything. It was like a tax attorney or something. So they convicted me in Indiana. So they sent me to the Indiana youth center for young offenders and everything. So I was in there with these skinheads. And the first day I got there, I got in a fight with this guy named Bob. He's a pretty tough guy. He had all tattoos and he was the leader of the Aryan Nation. So, I punched him with the right hand. I cracked my right hand and I really welded him up really bad. And then all the inmates, tattled to the guards that I got in a fight and everything. The guards came and this guy was a stand up guy and he said, yeah, nah, nothing happened. So we didn't get, put in solitary confinement or nothing when I fought the skinheads. And then everybody respected me, so I didn't have no, racial wars or anything when I was in there in Indiana. So, for the most part, I had a pretty chill lifestyle when I was in prison. I enjoyed being in prison and everything. I had everybody coming and visiting me and everything. Like Tupac came and visited me, and then I had all these bitches and everything coming and seeing me and everything. I was fornicating, just doing all the skullduggery and lustful vengeance that I could get in prison because I was just feeding my ego and stuff. So my ego was really good. But see, on the outside, I had a lot of problems and stuff. And I had this boy with this girl, and I gave her like $100,000 before I went into prison and everything. And then the baby ended up not even being mine. And I was like a bitch. I was on the cover of Jet magazine with the baby and everything. So that's how it happened.
I never had that feeling either. No, I never had any problems in prison. If if there were any, it's because I started them. Sometimes I get carried away.
You got out of prison after serving 3 of a 6-year sentence, and in your one-man show, you talk about how you still came out of prison an incredibly wealthy man. I want to take a look at that.
So after I left prison, I have to admit I was scared. You ain't gonna believe this shit. I had around $380 to $400 million in my bank account, right? Me. And not a clue how I was gonna survive the next 400 seconds.
What exactly do you mean?
Well, I was getting prepared to come outside. I was pretty institutional. I was comfortable in prison. Everything, I had no stress. Outside in the world, I had nothing but stress when I was out there last time. And I didn't know how I was gonna do it. And I was disastrous when I came out. I won a lot of money, but the life was too fast for me when I came out. Everything was moving too quick.
What was the toughest part of the adjustment back afterwards?
Yes, people, and violent. When I came out of prison, I was really violent for some reason. I was just violent, and I got in a lot of trouble, of course, because I was violent when I came out. I think I was real bitter when I came out. That's the reason I was that way.
Are you bitter now? Because a lot of...
Not now. I'm back
you hear a lot
95, when I came out of prison, I was a maniac.
Was it based on, because you do hear a lot of people who've come out of the system who feel like, especially if they maintain their innocence, that they were robbed of this time, in your case, 3 years of their life. Do you still feel any of that now?
Oh, yeah, I feel that 100%. But I don't hold that to no bitterness. That's just something, it occurred, it happened, a moment in time. It's a wrap, it's over. I'm doing this stuff now. I can't get that time back.